Good morning, everybody. Some crazy hairs today. Gonna let some people get on the video before we get started. So today is day 15 of 25 days of Christmas. And I am going to be styling our entryway, which I've technically already styled, but I took everything down and I'm going to show you sort of the process and what I'm using, and we'll see if it turns out the same way. I think it'll pretty much be the same way, but I might move some things around on the shelf. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for watching. So as you know, I use mostly vintage items, things that I've been collecting forever. I use some family pieces and just items that make me happy. I love a lot of color, but if you don't love color, that's totally fine. That's what I'm hoping comes across in everything that I share, is that I want to give you the idea so that you can implement it, but you don't have to love the same colors. Hi, Stacy. Thank you for joining. So if you like more neutrals or farmhouse or different colors, totally you can use those, but I just want to give you the ideas. So I'll kind of show you what I'm going to be styling. And this space is not the biggest. So it's kind of hard for me to get a good angle, and I'm afraid that I'm going to be covering the shelf when I'm doing things. So I apologize if that happens. I definitely will step back and let you show you how it's looking as we go. But I'm going to turn the camera around really quickly and kind of show you what we're working with. I brought our bar stools to set things on so I wouldn't have to like bend over, and work too hard. So I have my Santa mugs. These are a new collection for me. I only had one of them and I added 5 this year. So I sort of had to find a place for them to go. So that meant a few things that I normally would use on this shelf had to find a new home. Then I have some aluminum tree branches. So, those really cool aluminum trees that have the little thing that goes on the floor and spins and has colors and music. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but this would be the tree branches, so you can kind of see the stems there. A few of those. I have a canister filled with vintage shiny brights. I prefer pink, varieties of pink, maybe a red if it's faded, and then gold and antiqued silvers for those. Then I have this sign, ho to the third, ho, ho, ho. And then these trees, a basket. And I tried to set things so that they wouldn't fall and get broken, but I have just a few really pretty shiny brights. I actually thrifted these this year. One of my suggestions to you is, if you like thrifting and you never find vintage ornaments, one of the things to do is look in the mixed bags, because often they are in there. So you might spend $2.99 on a bag of mixed ornaments, the majority of which you don't want, but there could be some treasures in there. Then this is actually just a really cheapy reproduction jadeite cake plate, but I love it. I have another one that's reproduction as well, but it's a little bit heavier duty. This one I thrifted for like $5, I think. I love it. I have it out all the time. I have a bell here, brass bell. These red bells are fun. And then an old stocking. Then this fun vintage truck and a hand towel that I thrifted this year as well. It has a little bit of like a tinsel running through it, so I wouldn't necessarily want to use it, but it's really pretty for decoration. Then this is my grandma's vase, so I want to incorporate that. I have a little Christmas book, a deer, some more brass bells, big bell, and then this bottle is actually from some ginger beer from Trader Joe's. So I just pulled the label off and cleaned it off, and it's perfect decoration. A little flower stem. This one's about done, so I'll probably find a new one. Then this is a giant shiny bright. It's about 6 inches in diameter, and I have 3 of them and love them. I'm terrified that it's going to get broken while I do this video, so I need to be very careful. It's just sitting on a little vase. I have another tree, some little trees, couple more vintage ornaments. I have a little paint by numbers that's like a winter scene, and then I love almost as much as the ornaments themselves, the boxes that they come in. So I will have these on display as well. And then this guy has been like, everyone's been commenting on him. Now, we did not have this growing up that I remember, but it seems like it's very familiar to everyone else. So I'm not sure if I just missed the age range that these were out, if they were not my mom's style, so we didn't have them. I'm not sure what the scenario is, but he's super cute. I passed up a Santa last week, or a couple of weeks ago, and I've had regrets ever since. Trying to turn the camera around. So I might need to go find him because he's really cute. I love the Rudolph, and I think it would go well. Okay. So I'm going to get started. Basically, when I style a shelf, I don't necessarily usually have a plan for it. I pull a bunch of stuff out and I kind of see what works. I might move things around. I like to have sort of a triangle usually. So the taller pieces in the middle and then have it sort of stair step down. I'm going to see if that'll work on this. That's why I'm saying that I might move a few things around, because the way I had it before was not necessarily like that, but I'm hoping to achieve that look. So this house, we live in like an open concept house, and it doesn't have a lot of wall space. We've had to install some shelves, and there's just not a lot of room for display. So I had the shelf was here when we moved in. So it's a big part of my displays because I just don't have a lot of places to put things. So I really try to make a lot of this area, and hopefully you will enjoy seeing it decorated. So I'm just going to get started, and I see some people leaving, some people coming on. So hopefully we get some more people watching. I know that it's kind of hard to watch videos in the middle of the day. It's maybe a lunch hour, lunch break, or a quick break. So, okay, I'm going to get started on this, and I'm going to do the tall things first. So that means Rudolph and the aluminum tree stems. So this is where I'm saying I'll probably be blocking the shelf, but I will step back and show you. Also, this thing is always here, so I just left it there. It's a piece of ironstone, an ironstone platter, and then I have one of these, the clocks with the little balls that twirl around on it. So I just left it there because it's always there, and I know that it's already part of the decor. So I'm going to get Rudolph up there, and then these aluminum, give you a better look of those up close. They're kind of fun, and I like that they have some sparkle. Thank you guys for watching. I'll go back through and answer any questions and respond to comments after the video. So then, my grandma probably would never have chosen to display aluminum tree branches in her glassware, but this is what I'm going to do. Fenton is the word I couldn't think of. This is Fenton glass. So I'm going to put these up here. Nope, I already don't like that. So we'll swap them out. That is a little bit better. So they're not exactly the same in height, but you can see that that's going to create the tall part in the middle for me that I want. So then I'm going to stair step down, like I said, and I'm going to put the ornaments up. I don't know if there are any particularly cute ones, but I want the side that has the most pink facing out. So have that out like that. And then probably we'll bring out the sign next, because that's my next tallest. And this is already looking way different than I had it before. Okay, so we'll kind of layer this over. And I need to remember that I need room for my Santa mugs, and I want to get this truck up there. So I think I'll do him next. I kind of like it to look like it's backing into something. And I want the truck to have a tree on it. So I have a couple of trees to choose from, a pink and a green. I might probably do pink. I don't know if I want the green against the yellow. And then I'm gonna put Santas up there. And I think I want them to go by height. Let me see, can't really see. Turn this a little bit. Like I said, this is a really tight space, so it's hard to get the whole shelf in there. So I don't know the history of these Santa mugs too much. I need to do a little bit more research. I just know that they're super cute, and if I have time, or if I remember, I will take you in the other room and show you the really little ones that I have. I have like miniature sized ones that are super cute. So this is gonna just work out. And then I think I will do this. That's our coffee maker beeping in the background if you're hearing that. Then I have this little guy that I'm just gonna prop up here. Okay, so I have a little bit of a gap down here that I'm not sure how that happened. So I'm going to have to maybe tweak this a little bit, give him a little breathing space. Okay, that worked. So instead of a triangle, it's really looking more of like a slope, but I'm okay with that. I really love this sign and I want to leave that up here. So I'm going to leave this for right now and start working on the hooks. So for the hooks, I just like to stagger the heights of things, and I might have to move things around depending on what goes on the table just because of how it hangs down. So I might move those. This is just a thrift store basket, but I love it that it has a loop. If you have any baskets like this, they're good to use. If you have hooks, I know a lot of houses, and especially in mudrooms and things like that, you have hooks that don't always get used for coats, what they're supposed to. So you can always put a basket up. This could be used for anything. Like if you actually use the space functionally, you could put mail or whatever in it, but I like it as decor. And the basket handle fits really well over those hooks. Then these trees, you guys know I like to thrift, obviously. Thanks, it's thrifted. But I did not thrift these. I grabbed these at Target a couple of years ago. I always look for things at the end of the season that I can use in decorating, and was able to snag these trees for very inexpensive. Oops. I remembered. I'm going to drape this towel in the basket just to give it a little bit more style and color. Okay. So then I'm going to give you an up close of this. This is just a vintage stocking that I think is really cute. It's a super thin, like a felt, I don't know. So just think it's cute for color. And I'm going to put it on the outside because I like that it has this line sort of that it creates right here to frame in this space. And then all of the bells are going to be hung together. And then this is my most recent bell that I thrifted. I love it. It's solid brass, just really pretty. And it had some sort of like a decoration or something on here. Always pull that off. You know, don't look past the things that are on what you're buying. If you really love part of it, but not all of it, you can always take things off. Okay. So, collection of bells, that's very Christmassy. And we'll step back. What are we thinking about things? I think I'm going to have to come up with something down here because this end is not feeling the same as this end. But I like this end. So I need to find something else to go right here. Okay, next up, I'm going to put this tray in place, and there's opening right here on the wall. So I want this to go over here so that I can put things on it and it won't run into what is under the hooks. So then I think I will use this tree. This is just another Target like flocked tree. I bought several of these when they went like 90% off at the end of the year. And then this is the large shiny bright. Show it to you. It's huge. And then this is just the little vintage vase that I have it sitting on. I want this to be as protected as it can be. So we'll sort of tuck it under here. Hopefully no one will run into that. Give you a little bit better view of these. They're not even marked. I think they're West Germany vintage ornaments. They're little cars, and I think they're just the cutest. This one is completely broken and missing its hanger. So obviously I'm just going to display these. I could hang this one up, but I think they're cute sitting. So I'm just going to sort of arrange these here. Okay. Here is the paint by numbers. I have another one of these that I put in our bedroom. They're sort of a matching little set, but I love paint by numbers. This is one of my collections, and I think it's fun to have like a wintry scene. So I'm just gonna prop that up here. And it's really funny how this one was painted because it's at an angle. So the church isn't sitting right, but I'm okay with that. Okay, last up, I have this little deck of cards. It says Holiday, that's the brand, but I just think they're fun, and that it says Holiday and it's red. So I'm gonna set this over by my clock and layer in these vintage ornaments. So I'll show you this, and sad, I didn't notice this until now. This one's broken inside. But that's okay. It's still really gorgeous, and the sparkle is still there. Just hold these up so you can see them a little bit better. It's not wanting to focus. And then this one's so pretty. It's like a little piece of, you know, that holiday hard candy. That's what it looks like to me. And this is not the correct top. Somebody just put that one on it, but they were just trying to make do. So then I will put these out over here. And I like to do this with ornaments because when they're on your tree or they're in a bowl, it's kind of hard to see how pretty they are. So I like to have them just out in like little groupings so that you can actually see how pretty they are instead of them getting lost in the masses. And this is the Christmas book It's a little golden book, and it's really sad because it's missing the top part, but it's still super cute, and it belonged to Lisa, which is so sweet. And then should we do a read aloud? The illustrations are just really pretty, and it's Christmas songs. So obviously I could have some sort of a stand and have the book open, but I just like to have the cover. It works out for this display. But almost the entire inside of the book is perfect. It's just the outside that is not so good. I love that. So I'm just going to tuck this in the back. And then, since I have this green bottle, again, this is just a ginger beer bottle from Trader Joe's. I have a flower in it. I'll probably get something different since this one is looking a little wilty. And then I just sort of cover up the part of the book that doesn't look the best. So then the last thing I have is this stack of boxes. Give you a little bit closer up look. So if you're out thrifting or at an antique show or something like that, well, an antique show, they're going to be expensive. But if you're out at an estate sale or something like that, even if the ornaments are gone, this would be something to buy. Just the boxes, they're so great. The packaging is amazing. I love it when it has the original price on it. So then I have a little bit of space right here. So I'll sort of fill in with that. Okay, I have something that I'm going to run and get that I think will help this corner right here look a little bit better. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try. This is like, I think, a homemade puzzle. It's unfortunately missing this little piece right here, but I still love it. I love the green. I love that somebody made this. Like, it's just, I love that. I love homemade gifts, and I think we need to find that again in our world. So I'm going to try propping that up behind, and I think it'll sort of even it out. So hold on just a sec. That's a lot better. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can kind of see it actually facing it. I love it, you guys. I'm so glad I pulled everything off and redid it. So that's a big thing when you're arranging shelves or displays. Sometimes the best thing that I can think to do is arrange it and then take a photo, step back and take a photo, because you will see where there are holes in things and where you need to make adjustments. But I really think that is super cute. So Tammy asked me if I got the pink ornaments from Brooke. I have not bought any ornaments from Brooke, but I will show you. Brooke is the person who set up this Christmas share, and I actually got this Santa pillow from her last year. So I'm actually surprised that she sold it, but I'm glad that she did. So here is the final product. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. I would love it if you would tell me if you're watching this in replay, if you have any questions that I didn't answer or I wasn't clear about. And also, I would love it if you have a similar entryway display or a shelf, if you would snap a picture and share it in the comments of this video so that I can see. I'm always getting inspiration from other people, and I love to see vintage. So if you have colorful vintage, I would love to see it. I could look at that stuff all day. I just think that it's a little piece of history that I get to rescue, and I love all the colors. Stuff definitely is not the same now. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I get very worked up when I do these videos, so I appreciate you guys listening through my jumbled words and losing track of what I'm trying to say, trying to get a lot better and not lose track so much. So appreciate you watching. I will take a nice picture of this so that you can see what it looks like without the camera moving around, and I hope you have a really great day. So thanks, guys.